Welcome to our part 5 series of biology, and I will finish it by just shedding some more light on allele. We said allele is a pair of genes. Allele is a pair of genes. And what are genes? Genes are tiny units of inheritance. So it is the genes which are carrying the characteristics from the parents. Genes are the ones which are carrying characteristics from the parents to the offsprings. So what does it mean? A single characteristic in human beings is controlled by a gene, and these genes, they occur in pair, which are allele. We can look at traits like height. Your height is determined by both of your parents. Of course, you have gene for height, and in these genes we have allele. One came from the father, another one came from the mother. Another characteristic is, let's say we can look, for example, a puppy. A puppy, let's say, for example, it has a black fur. This one is a characteristic for the color of the fur. So what does it mean? We have a gene that is controlling the color of the fur. And these genes, it exists in pairs. One came from the male, another one came from the female. And the phenotypic, or this black fur, it simply means there was one allele which was dominant and the other ones were recessive. In other words, what do I mean? The relationship between the two alleles will depend which one will be expressed on the appearance of the offspring. For example, we can base on this example. Let's say we're having, this is the dog, where we have the male dog and we have the female. All these are parents. The male dog and the female dog, all of them are parents. And then we are having here our puppy. The color of the fur is black. So we want to ask ourselves, how did it came that the color of this puppy was black? What do you mean? We simply mean that this dog, the parents, they contributed the gene for this. And this gene normally has, we say, allele. So the female contributed, the male contributed. So if the female was having white fur and the male was having black fur, this one is black fur, then this one is white fur, and then you have a puppy which is black. What does that tell you? That that tells you this, that the male allele for black fur was dominant to allele for white fur. That's why we have a puppy which is black. That's why we have a puppy which is black. Let's say, for instance, now we have a puppy which is white. The fur is white. What will I tell you? That the allele for white color on the fur was dominant over the allele for black color of the fur in the puppy. So what does that tell you? It tells you simply this, that alleles, they can be similar or different. Alleles can be similar or different on the same chromosomes. On the same chromosome. And we normally use letters to denote their relationship. Let's say, for example, if the allele is dominant, we can choose letter, maybe when we're talking about, let's say we use letter T. Let us not say T, let us use maybe letter For far, we use F. When you use a capital letter, simply means this one is dominant. When it's a small letter, we simply means this one is a small letter. So this one is like that. So dominant, for example, in this case of us, color of the far was white. We can simply say, let gene for color of the far be white. BW. So what does that mean? That the dominant will be W, capital W, then the recessive will small w. Again, you can also use this one here, height. Let's say we have a father and a mother, then their son is tall. What does that mean? And maybe the mother is tall, and then the father is taller. Let's say the mother is short, to make things simple. And then the son is tall. What does that mean? That the allele for tallness is dominant to the allele for shortness from the mother. That's why we are going to have the son becoming tall. And this one is normally represented in something which we call now the genotype of an organism, which we're going to see it in the next lesson now. So I know by the end of this lesson, actually, you now know that genes exist in pairs. And such pair of genes are called alleles. So a single trait has a pair of genes. Any trait that you have, that you can see in yourself, it is determined by the allele. And of these two alleles, one is dominant of the other one is recessive. And how do you illustrate that in writing? We normally use capital letters. For dominant genes or alleles. Then use small letters for a gene which is recessive. We're going to see this one in depth in our next lesson when we meet next time.